Hello and welcome to the Queber channel. I am Jason, your host. Let's talk about relationships for autistic people. Actually, let me talk about it from my perspective as someone who's got ADHD, bipolar type 2, and autism. I have preferred to be in a relationship with someone younger than me. And this is very simple that the kind of things I'm into, gaming, anime, sci-fi, um, I love messing about and having kind of real childish laughs and funs. I love playing with toys. I these things are just who I am, and I will never change. A lot of them is because it's my stimming and my autistic side and that. But I am always going to be a big kid. Um, I don't want to go to the local pub. I don't want to play dominoes, although dominoes is a fun game and strategically it's an interesting game. I don't want to go out drinking. I don't want to go out doing that. I want to just have fun in the house. And I don't mind going on adventures with the right person, but I have a lot more. Most of my friends, my closest friend, is like 25, 5 odd years younger than me. And the thing is, even when I was younger, maybe this is an autistic thing, but when I was in when I was in college, when I come home, my next door neighbour, who was about 8 or 9 or 10, would come over and play on the computers. And I had a setup of 2 computers so we could both play. Love that. There was none of this talking about all the crap that the adults talk about. There was none of the bullshit that goes on, none of the mature stuff. I just laugh and giggle and blow shit up on a screen with someone across from me, and it was fun. Can't do that kind of thing these days. No, that would be seen as a bad thing. I'd be seen as a creep or something like that. I think for like 4 years until his family moved. They moved to a different place and we lost touch. And yeah, we'd come round, we'd watch all these cartoons and stuff. Because yes, even though when I was in college, I was still into bloody Jason the Wheeled Warriors, Ulysses 31, all of these other things. Hello, autism. And I think that's why I don't like certain books and films and that. You see, my brain lives in a simple situation. I don't need to be reminded that people are shitty. Um, Nothing will make me lose interest in a TV series more than if it's a TV series where you're fighting against a big baddie, a monstrous enemy, whether it's an aliens, monsters, supernatural, something like that, and then they use the fucking cheapest fucking trope possible, and all of a sudden there's a big baddie who isn't a monster. It's a human. Because humans are monsters, and we've got to remind people on though it's not just the big baddies, the aliens and that they're monsters. Humans are monsters too. We've got to have them trying to make deals with the monsters or coming after the hero or whatever. And it's sorry, no. My brain knows that that's what the world is. But I don't live in that world. I don't want to live in that world. I don't want to be reminded how shitty human beings can be. I don't want to watch series about zombies and have the biggest threat be by human beings acting shitty. Might be realistic, but sorry, I like, if I'm going to watch a film with aliens in or anything like that, I want the enemies to be pretty black and white, unless it's Japanese. Japanese do the whole grey areas really fucking well. And when they create an enemy, it isn't just them trying to, even if an enemy is human in one of their series, they're so far out in that you can understand, yeah, he's a bad guy. And so, when it comes to relationships, that's against me. Most of the people who are in their 50s, I'm not saying all, but most of the people I know, they're in their 50s and in their 40s, are boring as hell to me. They don't know anything about Second Life. They don't know about VRchat. They don't play computer games. They don't take computers apart. They don't enjoy any of that. They want to do all the mellow things like bloody feed ducks, which is not a bad thing. Feeding dogs is fun. They want to do all the safe stuff, and they don't want to make little fires in the backyard because it looks cool. So there's that problem. I get on much better with younger people. The second is the simple fact that being autistic, being ADHD, if I meet someone I like, I'm going to tell them everything about me within the first 5 seconds. 10 seconds, maybe. They'll know everything. I won't expect them to share like that themselves. I'm always fine if people don't. But I will not have a choice. If I really like you, I will go from 0 to 100 within seconds. And most people cannot handle that. You go from stranger to person who I will involve in every single thing I ever do from that point on, will be part of my life forever in 10 seconds. I don't have a choice in that. That's just the way my brain works. But the people also need to understand that I have a little thing here called bHaptic that is my daily tasks and the reason for this is because with my ADHD and my other issues, it means I have the name of all my friends on here. So I remember to say hello to them each day to start a conversation. I do that they're all on here listed with all the other tasks I want to do every day. And I just put them on, set them up, and that's so that I remember to send a message on Discord or to reach out to them. Because this is the problem. If I'm in a relationship with you, you're standing in front of me, then you're my 100% focus. If you go out of my vision and I start doing something else, whatever I'm doing has got my 100% vision, and you don't exist. There's context for all of that, but the simple fact is with my brain, I live a lot of the time in the moment. I can be very thoughtful. I will remember things like, for example, when a friend of mine came to stay, she stayed for a few months. I was just giving her a place to stay. I remembered every morning, 8 a.m. to bring her a cup of coffee. I don't have coffee, but I made coffee every morning. I remembered the different things that she liked. Even though she was just a friend, all these things got in my head, and it's like, I'll act on that. I'll make sure this is here. That's it. Now this can go the. I have had to rein that in a bit because if someone who I like tells me that they like orange juice with their meal, every single fucking meal from that point on, I will do an orange juice with. whether or not it's appropriate, well, I will do it. My brain will lock into that little bit of knowledge until I am told otherwise. I remember that happened with Paola. We used to, as a treat, we would have McDonald's breakfast once a week. And she told me once that she liked those little Tropica orange juice cartons with it. And so every time I picked up the McDonald's breakfast, I picked up that for her until she pointed out to me, you know, sometimes I'd like a coffee, sometimes I'd like something else. You don't have to do the same thing every time. This is the problem with it. I am, but here's the strength if you're in a relationship with me. And this is the big thing. You'll never have to worry about me being there for you. I will be the person who researches the best type of soup to give you when you're ill in bed. I will be the one who will search out 30 or 40 different ways to treat a cold, find the best one specifically for you. I will be the one that keeps your favourite painkillers and ice cream in house when you're having a period. I will be the one who, if you have to go to a doctor's appointment, you will never have to ask me, I'll just be there. I will be the one who will stand by you no matter what and not judge you for anything you do except for lying and that. I will let you know if I think what you're doing isn't what you should be doing, but I will never let that stop me caring for you. I will learn everything about anything that interests you. Because that's what I am. And so I remember learning all the medication and treatments for Paola's illness. And as Paola said to me, the most romantic thing I ever did for her was to make sure in 20 years she never had to go to a single appointment at the doctor's without me. No, that's the thing is, when Paola died, they wanted me to try and take on a voluntary role at the hospital because they thought it'd be so good. Actually, even the even though I wasn't religious, the church chaplain hospital wanted me to apply to be a hospital chaplain. And I was interested in it, but I realised very quickly that I can't do that for anyone. I can only do that for the person I'm with and do it for the person I'm friends with. I don't have the ability to just turn that on for strangers. I've got to connect. I've got to. I don't know. I would have loved to have been a parent. I know that. And that is one of my big regrets in life that me and Paola didn't get to have children. Um, Me and Paola always wanted a baby girl. I think that's strange, but yeah, I always would have loved to have a daughter to teach. But when Paola was 21, um, when her cancer started, we didn't have the choice. They didn't even give us the choice of freezing Paola's eggs. They had to start the treatment so quick, and the treatment was so radical that basically it sterilised her straight away. We didn't have a choice. It sucks. But I have my friends, I have the people I care about. And that's enough. It has to be enough because I can't deal with the mind games that go on these days. I can't deal with the social side of getting to know one anymore. I can't deal with the how fucking way it's supposed to be this day. I can't lie. And it's a pity. It's a pity because this house is meant to have two people in. It is the right size for two people. It always feels more alive. Me, I use one room. I use one room in my fucking house. That's all I use, basically. Unless I'm in the bed back here, I spent 99% of my time in my streaming and gaming room, my safe space upstairs. And that's another thing. If I was to get involved with someone, I'd have to trust them completely on an instinctual level for them to, because they'd have to become part of my safe space. It sucks. Anyway, I think that's enough of getting what's in here out of here and on the screen to all of you. I wonder if the doggy would like to go inside. Yes, you know I'm talking about you. You know I'm talking about you, don't you? You like sleeping over there on his little little bed. Going up now? Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on, doggy. Oh, the little doggy is so sweet. Yes. To give the picture of the doggy. Got to see the doggy. You're such a beautiful little doggy, aren't you? Anyway, I will say bye-bye to all of you splendiferous, wonderful, awesome people of... Remember, if anybody does want to talk to me and chat to me, you can always contact me on Discord as Quabber or on X. I hate calling it X. It's a single fucking letter. I hate it. I hate it. As at Calrant. CALRAN. I do love chatting to people, but I'm very cautious about adding people these days because of the crazy scammy people out there. Anyway, take care of yourself. Bye bye for now.